the first question about Darren, we can't get into specifics, and I will tell you that someone can, and I'll say it just as I said earlier, someone can be a great person and just not a great fit for a role. And that's the best way, either within the organization or within the leadership team. And so I'm kind of like Dale. I've run businesses and all my life, and it's difficult when you let someone go that people like, and they're just not a good fit for your team. And for those of you that have run businesses before, it's part of the deal, and it's tough to get through. For your second question or statement about Facebook, I understand it's a place of collaboration, is the way I maybe put it in today's terms. But when it's not toward reconciliation, it becomes counterproductive. And I'd say that according to the biblical model, it's not there. It doesn't say Facebook. It says face-to-face, and it says one-on-one. So I'm not going to argue with you about the validity of Facebook or not. It is what it is. And if people want to do that, that's fine. That's we're just telling the model we're trying to run underneath. That's a biblical principle. And then the other is, how can we operate a school without parents and kids? We can't. We can't. In terms of a business, the customer is the family and the kids. I mean, everyone has a choice. And everyone here pays for their kids and grandkids and grandkids and to go to school here, and it's a choice. And we all have a vested interest in the success of the school. We would never support something that would hurt the school with all of our kids in the school. And so I have 3 daughters. All of them go here. One graduating this year, and so I can tell you, we can't operate it without the family. It's a community, and so that's as quick answer as we can. Next. He's got those memorized, so come back.
I recognize her face on Facebook.
I used to work
Hi,
with
I'm
her.
Shannon Smicky. This is my husband, Chad. We've been here for 2 years now. We have 2 children, and we had made the family decision to make an investment and stay in the school for 12 years. We planned on graduating our children here, and one of the major reasons why we chose is because of the families, the teachers. No offense to you, but I did not send my kids to Christian Academy for the greatest headmaster. I sent them here for the greatest teachers, and so far, I cannot say enough good things about you guys. You are phenomenal, and you deserve better. So I have a couple of questions. I think that the question about the finances was rhetorical. Obviously, we pay the salaries of everybody here. And if we choose not to bring our kids to school here, then I don't think there will be a school. So my second question was really logistically. I've been in corporate America for over 20 years. I've seen CEOs come and go, and they all come in like a wrecking ball. This isn't corporate America. This is a Christian school. And the one thing, if you're smart in business, the first thing you do is you get emotional equity from the people that count. You don't come in and alienate an entire school with your decisions before you make them. You get that emotional equity. You get the buy-in from the parents, not by SurveyMonkey. That's not a way to do it. That's what people do at Rackspace. And that company's laying off people by the handfuls. You talk to parents face to face, and you don't threaten them that you're going to not allow them to come back to school if they don't tell you the things that you want to hear. And you certainly don't threaten them not to go to the board. And I'm okay to say that to your face. So I want to know why it is that we have to go behind closed doors and have conversations to find out what is really going on in our school. Because according to biblical principle, we're not allowed to talk to each other because we're supposed to take it up to the head of of school. But when we take it to the head of school, from what I've heard, it's not met with open arms. It's not met with a willingness to solve the problem in a kind way. So the last point I'm going to make is we're saying that we're not having turnover this year, yet. You've released some teachers by using some semantics of we haven't renewed their contracts. That is the same thing as firing them. And you do it in the middle of a school day where the kids have to see their teachers crying. That's not a smart business decision. Second thing you do is you put it off for a full, you do it 8 weeks before the end of the school year. So we have teachers that are having to return to school and teach our children and love our children in the best way possible, knowing that their school has rejected them. That's not okay. And that's not a way a biblical school should run. I don't know about you guys, but that's not why I pay $25,000 a year to send my kids here. If I wanted to do that, I would send them to public school down the street. Which, by the way, the principal of that school has already reached out to me asking if I want to come to her school. So, I will say, if we create a reputation that we cannot employ teachers, who's going to teach our kids? This is a small town. This is not big time America. This is a small town and people talk. And we can't even get a Spanish teacher, and you've let go 2 kindergarten teachers that had 19 kids in each one of their classes, and you expected them to live up to some expectation that they heard 30 days prior. That is not the way you run a school. So I don't know. Anybody can come in and talk a good game, and I appreciate that, and I don't blame the board one bit. I don't want you guys to think that I think it's your fault. I think that anyone can say the right things, but it's a matter of doing the right things that counts. And from where I sit, I don't think my kids will be coming back, because I can't trust that these teachers are going to be taken care of. Because if you put that many on a discipline plan where they're scared every week that they're going to get terminated because they're not meeting some outrageous expectation, how are they supposed to focus on our children and do what they've been doing wonderfully for the last 20 years? So I'm done.